night. It's fun Friday night. If you were scrolling through and you like card making and you'd like to see if we're going to have a train wreck or a night of victory, please stay close because we're going to do some card making improvisation right here on Craft Roulette with a lovely, lovely contestant. No, she's not a contestant. She's a guest crafter, Kendra Morgan from Florida. We're going to get started here at about 6:30, so if you're watching the replay and you don't want this part, just scroll on up about 10 minutes and we'll get you going. Thank you, Chatterboxes. I've been reading your little notes in here before the show started. You guys are ready.
Have Kendra say hi.
Hello.
It's time for Kendra to say hi to Mr. Producer.
I'm Kendra Morgan. I'm from Florida. I'm excited to be here. All good?
She sounds good. He says he's giving me the nod that you sound good. So everybody's here, ready. Grandma Gay's here. We're glad. We got a lot of questions from our patrons this week. So I got to start you right out as soon as we start crafting on some great questions. Very good. None of them are scary. You'll know all the answers. It's not like a pop quiz. Do you give pop quizzes? She's a teacher. Do you give pop quizzes? Oh my gosh.
Every now and then.
Those are heart-wrenching. Do they get like pale when you say, "Hey, we're going to do a pop quiz," and go, or I don't know what kids are like in high school anymore.
It's been a while since I've given a pop quiz. Usually I'll let them know the day before, hey, we have a test tomorrow. So I guess that's not really a pop quiz.
No, it would probably still act as a pop quiz for me because I probably wouldn't study. But as I recall. Good deal. Do you see some familiar names?
I do. Debbie J. Hi, Debbie.
Glad you're
Alicia.
Here. We call her 5K around here. Just because we tend to give 5K? Nicknames when we can. 5K, because she ran a 5K and I wasn't sure how to say her name. So, and I kept changing it each week. So I just started calling her 5K. And
I've heard you say that, but I didn't know who you were talking about.
It makes me laugh when in the chat or in the comments, somebody will say something to 5K. But I think it's a great nickname. So she ran a 5K. And so it was like, yeah, let's do it. That's easier than Alisa, Alicia. They're just too hard, those names for me.
I see Cordelia's in here. Hi, nice. Cordelia.
There's Patty back. Fun Friday, Patty. Hey, Jackie. Is it raining where you are too, Jackie? I saw Sharon say that it was raining at another rainy summer day. Yes, thank you, Susie Fick. Everybody, check your attendance there. Let us know that you're here by giving us a thumbs up. That would be great.
I am in Glen St. Mary, Florida, which is just outside of Jacksonville.
That's a long name.
It is.
Glen St. Mary.
It's a very small town outside of Jacksonville. So we're kind of
the smallest towns have
in the country.
Names.
We're in the country.
Hey, Card Monkey. Did you get my... Card Monkey, did you get my... Was that you that I called? I tried to call, and then I saw somebody call back, but then I was already too tired to talk to anybody, so I didn't call you back. But was that you that I reached? I think so. I have a... Card Monkey sent me a few things to put into goodie bags. Just a few things. That'll make... And a few other things, too. Went upstairs, and there was this great big carton up there from Card Monkey, and it had Card Monkey's little... Yep, you got my message. Okay, good. Because I got your box. So that was pretty huge. We'll make lots of happy goodie bags. I know, Grandma Gay, isn't that something? Athena, I hope
Danny's
you're feeling
on.
better. I know.
Hi, Danny.
We have a bunch of... I need to get some more envelopes. So I can start... I'm going to have a another stuffing session. So I can fill my little my container, and I just pick one up and give it away. It's so fun.
Uh-oh. Danny dropped an ink pad
Oh.
and has ink everywhere.
Oh, way to go, Danny. That's what we do. We always say break a leg, drop a stamp, smudge some ink, throw some glitter. You just knew. Oh, this is the last Friday of February, isn't it? March along. Will it come in like a lamb or a lion?
It's already really hot here in Florida.
Oh,
Got up to 86 today.
it's up to
where I live here.
23 here. It was so freaking cold. Yep. We had
Hi,
snow,
Janine.
Sherry, but it kind of blew away. Well, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for some crafting? Are you excited? Do you have some ideas? Did you notice that some of the parameters are updated? Not a lot, but a few. Did you see any parameters that made you go, ooh, I hope we get that? Yeah, sorry, Tina. Try being in Alaska. I'm sorry. I stand humble.
I lived in Alaska. I lived in Alaska
did?
for about 3 years. I did.
Wow.
I lived in North Pole, actually.
Really?
hmm
Were you?
It was.
You know,
it was
there's
cold.
so many obvious questions I could ask. But why were you there?
Did you enjoy your time at the
My
work?
dad lived there for a little while, and
Oh, your
I
dad-
moved up there to
Is he
for
Santa?
something different.
Wow.
He lives in Tennessee now, so. And I hope he's watching.
Mr. Producer's over there going, did you enjoy your time at the workshop? Now, how tall are you?
No, I really enjoyed Alaska. It was just very cold in the wintertime. I'm a
Yeah.
Florida girl. I grew up here. Was born and grew up here, so I'm definitely a Florida girl.
That would be quite a difference. Oh, I see. I know buying duplicates is always our benefit here at Craft Roulette. So,
I do that all the
Yeah.
time.
yeah. And I remember you saying that one of your friends went out of business. So, well, I bet somebody will use all that stuff. They'll be happy to get it. Yeah, Brenda, I bet it is pretty in Alaska. I've seen the pictures. It looks good.
It's gorgeous
Cat's
there.
watching. I think Kerwin's upstairs sleeping. But he was on Fun University last week, so he made an appearance.
Elizabeth's in the house. Hi, Elizabeth.
Welcome, welcome. Hey, Judy G, you made it. I liked your card. You said you kind of threw it together, but I liked it this week. We had a whole bunch of them again. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, well, it is 6:30.
Is your thing on the right scene?
It's on Craft Roulette. And it is 6:30, so if you're ready, I guess we better get going. Are you ready, Kendra?
I'm ready.
All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to take you off the screen. We're going to do the introduction, have a little bit of housekeeping, and then bring you back, okay?
Okay.
I got my eye on you, though, so don't run off.
Okay.
All right, thanks you guys for being here. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Mary Gunn, American Fun founder and head professor of Fun University, and your intrepid hostess too. Craft Roulette, woohoo! We don't have a theme song, really. I guess we have, anyway. Well, there's that song. Oh, see, I can't hear it. So if I hum, I remember sometimes I hum or whistle, and I was going, no, there's a song. So anyway, welcome to Craft Roulette, episode 101, where we get to meet a new guest crafter, Kendra Morgan. We're going to introduce her here in just a minute. Have a little bit of housekeeping. Looky here, is Arlene DeTizio in the house? Mr. Mike got his first shirt from somebody. Look at there. Isn't that just Jazzamataz? And I put her little gnome right there just because she made that too. And I thought that's a double fun thing. So thank you so much, Arlene. I was thrilled today to get your package. I thought for a minute it was going to be sausage because it was from Colony House, Swiss Colony House or whatever. But I think I like this better, even better. I think it looks really pretty. It really reminds me of one of my daughter's horse Slinky, where he would wear them at the show. So it brought back pleasant memories. But Mr. Mike, I think you look good in it, and he thinks he looks good in it too. So well done. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we have an all-patron Zoom call for our card crop for February. We won't be doing it again for a couple months, so if you want to be a part of us on our all-patron card crop Zoom call, you can still join us just by becoming a patron. And that all information, I think, will be in the description. I wouldn't doubt it if Mr. Producer puts it in the chat. We'd love to have you and get to meet you there. Mr. Producer this week did make his card for the 100th episode, and it's gotten rave reviews. I am surprised his head fits to walk into the studio, but it still does. He did a super good job, and don't tell anybody, but I'm trying to talk him into doing a crafter math about his process and his experience. Tell him you'd want to hear you'd like to see that if you're one of our patrons, because it will only be on our patron page. Speaking of which, we want to welcome 6 new patrons since last week. We have Anna York, Marianne Hill, Cordelia Alderman, The Boons, Deanna Roquefort, and Melissa Miller. We thank you all so much and hope to meet you tomorrow on the Zoom call. It's going to be great fun. I really am looking forward to it. I know the Club Fun people and I do it every once in a while, and we have a good old time. And then we did this kind of impromptu in December, and it was just delightful. So we would love to meet you there. But whatever, we understand. Also, another way that you can support the shows is just hit share to somebody that you know over on your Facebook page or whatever page, and all that kind of stuff. Give us a thumbs up, and we really appreciate that too. 101. I feel it. I did have a great birthday, but we will talk a little bit more about that. I've got so many birthday cards. I think I'm going to end up doing a birthday card review over on Fun University, just a little video, because they were some of them, all of them are so welcomed and so appreciated, and some of them you were just going to go, oh my gosh. There's a couple that are so personal. Only a handmade card would do, and really does show how perfect handmade cards can be. You will appreciate it. I will try to do that probably next week sometime, and I'll let you know. That's on our sister channel, Fun University. Let's get to it. We've got this really nice lady. She's a teacher down in Florida, and her name is Kendra Morgan. Let's meet her with a warm round of applause. We're glad that you're here, Miss Kendra.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're glad to meet you. I don't think I've ever met a guest crafter more prepared than you. You're a teacher, and teachers love to make their planning books, right? Or you probably do it online now. But so I think I'm seeing just that detail and that love of planning and having everything ready in your preparation for the show. I'm quite impressed, actually. It was really fun to watch you do it.
It's hard to plan for something like this, though.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But if anybody could, you did. I'm pretty sure. So tell us a little bit about yourself, if you could, because you're new to some of us.
Okay, well, I have been a teacher for 7 years. Before that, I owned my own business. It was a crafting business, but it wasn't paper crafts. I actually owned a online fragrance store.
Oh, wow.
So I decided to go back to school and sold that business and then became a teacher. And I'm married. I have 4 kids. All of them are grown. My youngest daughter still lives at home, but she's getting married in October. My oldest daughter is expecting her 3rd baby next month. And my youngest son is 16. So I still have 2 at home, and the oldest 2 are married and have moved out.
That's neat.
but-
Because you're only 29, and I don't know how that you could have done all those things in your short life, but that's
Thank
great.
you.
That fragrance must have kept you young. That Florida air will keep you young, too, because it's so nice and humid. But anyway.
Well, I have to stay out of the sun.
Yeah, well, there you go. Tell us a little bit about your challenge that you do, because I know that we've got some people in the chatterbox that are going to just glom onto this and love it.
Well, I started Kendra's Card Challenge last January. It was a means for me to be able to use up the pattern paper that I have. I have tons and tons of pattern paper, and I love pattern paper. I'm a paper addict, and I wanted to figure out a way that I could utilize the pattern papers the best. And so I created templates to where you could cut up 6 sheets of the 6x6 paper and make a bunch of cards with it. And so that's basically what the card challenge is. You can use any paper pads, any supplies, decorate them however you want, but there are sketches that go along with the cutting templates. And people can enter to win prizes. So the current challenge that I have right now, I have 8 prizes that you can win, but it's quarterly because there's so many cards. It may take a while. Some people can do it in a couple days. Some people, spread it out over the 3 months, but it's a lot of fun. It's addicting, actually.
I understand addictions. We often talk about the addiction of craft roulette, don't we, chatterboxes? Yeah, it really is.
This is addicting too.
We'll never get out of our craft rooms, you guys. Let's just face it. Just get those Uber deliveries and feed us when we need a little strength. That's good. Well, I'm going to try it sometime soon, I hope. And
good.
And see what I can cut. I don't follow instructions very well. So it may be Kendra's challenge with a twist, but
that's cool too.
Those weren't that's not my sketch.
I love seeing some people can take the pattern pieces, even if they don't like the way it is on the sketch, they'll use the same shapes in a different way, and that's cool too.
Oh, so you have some leeway. We're going to have some leeway. We've been talking about the parameters before the show a lot. And we also have some leeway. And so you're familiar with granting grace, so you're going to get a little grace given back to you, I think. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Do you have any big, do you have the perfect card the perfect parameter set in mind?
The colors is the main thing. I want happy colors.
Happy colors. Something kind of open-ended.
A2 would be great. Happy colors. Trying to remember. I've gone blank. Florals. Floral cluster.
Florals.
That would be my perfect card.
Well, that would be, that's a common theme. They like the A2 usually. Something with some open end on the color, and then that floral is always safe. So hopefully Mr. Wheel will behave for you tonight, but there's no promising. All right, well, we're going to get to know Kendra a little bit better during the craft time and during the spins and all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to let her relax just for a second while we ask the question, what is craft roulette? And go through last week's submissions, which there were many. So thanks for being here, Kendra. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Thank you, Chatterboxes, for all showing up on this cold night in Kansas, I know, or Missouri. I know not everybody's cold, but it sure is here. I would share some of this cool with you. But we will be right back after we answer the question, what is craft roulette?
What is craft roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
There we go. That's what Craft Roulette is, and we do it 6:30 every Friday night right here on our YouTube channel. By the way, if you know somebody that likes paper crafting or just is kind of bored and needs a little pick-me-up, go ahead and share our show with them tonight, and they'll either be your friend, start paper crafting with us, or you'll never hear from them again. I'm not really sure. But anyway, we would love to have you do a little share, give us some thumbs up, because these people deserve some thumbs ups. All 130 of you guys that sent in cards. Holy smackers. My cards don't count. Our guest crafters do. But we had double tag, which that was fun. I loved how you guys worked into the double tag, and I don't think anybody really did the same. Chocolate was our color plus 3 other colors, so that's always fun to see which ones you choose. Affection was our element. Kind of a wide open element parameter there. And so it's real fun to see what you chose for affection. And then you had to use some kind of vellum or tissue paper on your card. I ended up doing Fun University on vellum paper. So if you do want to know some ideas on vellum, you can go to Fun University YouTube channel and see what you can come up with. I don't know. Maybe you know it all. But anyway, I had fun making some new cards using a digi stamp that I got from our friend the Boons at 3 Room Studios. I'm in love with digi stamps. Nobody told me I should fall in love with digi stamps, but I have now. There's no stopping. I've got a new beast. Okay, so 130 guest contributors last week. Bravo. Proud of you all. Welcome you all. We're up to 5,252 total cards. That's just wonderful. We are working on a donation drive for $20,000 this year with Fun University and our patrons group. So that's why we're doing the card crop tomorrow. That was my card. Had a cute little pocket, cute little girl, cute little squirrel, and they were going to grandma's. There's the contributor map. We are definitely still heavy in Canada and the United States, which makes sense, but we're branching out into some different parts of the world, and that's always very nice and pleasant. Glad to have you. Crafty Owl was our pal, and we just always have a fun time with her. She did have a new product come out with called Abstract Botanicals. We are going to be giving one away to somebody that sent in a card this week, or last week. If they sent it in last week, we're giving it away this week. We already gave one away last week, and we're going to give another one away this week because we're so proud of Crafty Al. And we also have a couple other nice gifts to be giving you guys that sent in cards last week. So let's see what you all made. It's on a timer. Just a second. I have to prepare for these things. Heather, are you going for 150 this week? Depends on a lot of things, I think. Not Too Shabby. There you go. Thank you. Yep, Not Too Shabby gave away one of Crafty Owl's bundles last week. All right. Are we ready, Mr. Producer? It's on a timer. Let's go. Lisa. I'm only doing first names. Stacy. They call me Kim. Number 2. So good you came back. Amy. Mary Moisen. And she has a video with that. Jennifer. Wendy Jarvis. Number 52. Club 52 member. Lauren Taylor, who's in the dugout. Gina. So I like that one a lot. Jennifer, number 3. Real chocolatey. Kathy, number 65. Well done. Rosie, number 23. Janine, her 4th. Super cute. Trudy, her 3rd. Poor Mr. Turtle. Andy Zach, number 17. We've got some questions from her. Leslie, number 4. Look at that. Dawn Wilcox, number 4. Ava, her 58th. Woo! Mary, her 55th. Celicia, she told me how to say it. Emily, her 7th. Tony, her 13th. Isn't that elegant? Susie Fick from Illinois, number 15. Kelsey. Lisa. I saw you here, Lisa. Denise. Personalized. I love it. Crafty G, her 3rd. Teresa, number 40. She's a 0 hero. Sylvia Podrojic, number 26. Elsie, her 3rd. Jen, her 3rd. Christina, you guys have to take a look at this one up close. Gail, her 28th. So elegant. Lynn, her 18th. Masculine. Judy, her 14th. So soft. Dawn, her 6th. Mr. Kelly Ryan. Luggage tags. Helen, her 7th. Kim, her 38th with a robot. Yeah. Anne, her 6th. Deputy Heidi Ryan, her 48th. Brian Dickey, his 17th. Caitlin Anthony, who will be with us next week. Dina, her 13th. Lisa, her 25th. Melanie, she's a 0 hero with 40. Stacy, number 26. Judy G, 42. Anna, 43. Kathy, her 5th. Anna, her 14th. So cute. Elaine, her 41st. Those mice are very popular. Roseanne, her 22nd. Anne Marie, yay for the second one. Buell, her 34th. Fancy. Kay, number 48. There's those mice again. Marion from Germany, her 3rd. Kim from Maryland, her 6th. Patty Beck, our leader at 95 consecutive cards. Sharon, her 4th. Anne, her 36th. Brenda, big 5-0. Ellen Card Monkey, 78 consecutive cards. Woohoo! Feline Mays, number 50. Had some pretty good numbers there. Mary B, her 11th. Kim, her 7th. Lynn, her 43rd. Sherry from down the street in Harrisonville, 45. Amy, her 10th, 0 hero. Tina, her 4th. Kendra Morgan, who's that? Look at that, isn't she cute? Judy, her 7th. Tabasco. Arlene, who made this, her 46th. Bonnie, her 41st. Susan, her 1st. Welcome. Jennifer, her 1st. Welcome. Lynn, her 7th in a row. Cute. Jackie, 86. My goodness. Heather, 32. Lynn, her 5th. I know that Tabasco sauce. Sue Brooke, her 34th. Anna, her 7th, we think. Rose, her 53rd. Rebecca, cute. Jean, oh, that was touching. Mary Ellen Finley, her 7th. Deanna Rookford, 34. Lena Marie, number 40, she's a 0 hero. Linda, 7. Camille, her 29th. How can that be? Julie, 32. Marie, 32. Karen has sent in 11. Catherine, her 41st. Brenda, her 6th. Larissa, 41. 5K. That's why I'm saying 5K. Vicky, 57. Anaya, her 5th. Misty, her 7th. Barbara Weber, number 6. Steph Bricker, her 3rd. Rachel, her 24th. Grandma Gay, number 33. Debbie, her 7th. Carol, her 51st, almost 52. Peg, number 4. Agnes, her 1st. We're so glad to have you. You enjoyed the group. Debbie, her 7th. I love that tissue. Kimberly, her 3rd. Arlene, number 41. Well done. Melissa, 11. So pretty. Sue Masner, number 85. Terry, her 2nd for the 100th episode. Lisa, 25. Karen, number 51. We're going to have some Club 52s next time. Her 1st for Meg. Mara, her 5th. Peyton, her daughter, her 3rd. Bonnie, 56 consecutive cards. Outstanding. Cordelia, number 20. Vicky Ruda in the UK, number 60. Linda, her 29th. Lou Ann, her 47th. Smurf Murphy has sent in 61 cards. Sue has sent in 2. It's all great. Chris in Ecuador, number 45. Ashley Young, one of our guest crafters. Catherine Taylor, 41. That's all. That's enough, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I'm pretty darn, I when I'm getting them all tidied up for the blog on Monday and everything, I go, oh, that's so many. I start counting how many, and I'm going, there's so many. And then I look through and I go, they're so different, and they're all so cute. And I just sit there and go, cute. Next, cute. Next, oh, I like how she did that. Next. And it's just a fascinating, wonderful, wonderful time for me to go through them. I like to go back after a couple weeks, too, and look at them again because I forget. So it's all another exciting time. Guys, kiss your brains. Really, really well done. I think you really grabbed the parameters and had a lot of fun with it. So well done. Be proud of yourself. Glad for it. All right. But after we do this part, you know what we do? We bring Kendra back in. There she is. Pretty outstanding.
Awesome cards. I'm just amazed.
I know. We had, where we have our affections. We had affections with dogs and donuts and all sorts of different things. It was
Tabasco sauce.
Fun. Tabasco sauce. How did you get that idea?
I saw it on Pinterest and kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it work with the. It
was very clever, and you made a video on it too.
I did.
Yeah,
sort of.
So
I started making it during the show, and so I filmed after the show.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, you obviously could have handled last week's parameters, because you did. And you've been sending in cards, so you're well versed in how we run this thing, and I think you'll be fine. Kendra's a little bit concerned because she doesn't want to be real slow, and you take time when you make your cards, and so you're a little concerned about the time thing. So you guys go make yourself a cup of coffee. If we're going to be late, we're going to be late. We'll be fine. But I don't have any no-dos. I thought maybe I should, but I don't think I'll need no-dos. I think you're going to be fine. I really do. We'll see what Mr. Wheel says here, because it's time to open up those parameters. Each week we do it every week. Project, colors, element, and random. There's 24 opportunities in each and every column. And just don't know which one we're going to... Oh, what do we have there? Oh, well, that was always coming. Somebody, Mr. Producer always said, it's going to be too long. Something's going to be too long. And I did it. So off center is number 3. And something on your mask is number 2. On random. My bad. I need to not talk so much. But that's That's how it happens. So each week we give our patrons an opportunity to veto a couple things. This week, a veto means the wheel can't make us do it. If you can still fit it in and you want to use it and it works in the parameters, you're good to go. But the wheel can't be bossy about it. And they do not want for color Snowy Mountain number 1. They're tired of snow. Amen. For element, they're done with February. I think we're all kind of done with the cold February. Where is it? Did I take it off? Did I really? No. Oh, okay. I didn't think I would take it off. I could have, but nothing could be past me on that. Labels. They don't want labels for random, which I was kind of glad to see because they're kind of like tags, kind of like tickets, which we've had. This is the last one, which we've had the last 2 weeks. So well done on your choosing, patrons. Well done. This is the time we get to ask Kendra. And I know she's been studying this. What would you like to veto?
Well, I'm torn between 2, but I think I'm going to veto abstract blobs only because I don't have anything. I can't think of anything for abstract blobs. So.
Gotcha. I think it's in random. There it is. That's fine. What was the other one?
Shelf.
Shelf. I put shelf on this week.
The new one.
Yeah, yep, it's brand new. No shelf. Melanie, you don't want shelf? I think shelf is great fun. You can put anything on a shelf. A cat, a dog, and anything can be a shelf. My floor is like my biggest shelf in my room. Absolutely counts. That's why I have stuff on it. It's a shelf. It's just that I walk on it. I walk on shelves. Okay, so we will take care of that. We're going to go ahead and give the wheel a little warm-up. Okay, you need to be nice to Kendra. She's a nice woman. She didn't take the day off today. She worked, even though she just tested the kids. Let's see what project we're going to do. Make it good. She's wanting 22. Ooh. Oh, man. So close. A matchbook card is... Okay. We'll go through these things. After we get everything all figured out, we're going to talk about them all. What colors? Neutrals are always given. You can always use black, gray, white, cream, tan, brown, and metallics. And what else? Oops, we get to spin again. That doesn't happen very often. No snowy mountains. Boy, we almost ended up on Everest. Come on, don't do it again. 3 pastels. Will we get faux leather with it? Kendra was worried about pastels and leather. Elements, let's see. Pastels, it's, we're getting into spring. That's kind of nice. Quilts. Oh, yeah, that needs to go off next week anyway. So, because I am ready for some warmer weather. So random quilts, pastel quilts with a matchbook card. Okay, start thinking. With diagonal lines. Well, that can be very handy with the quilts.
I got this one.
Smart. You got nothing?
No, I mean, I got it. I'm good.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
You can totally... Okay, let's go through this. Everyone, because I don't know if I have it. Do you know what a matchbook card is?
I literally just made a matchbook card on my channel the other day.
Perfect. Well, we will... if you haven't ever made a matchbook card, I have one in my... I think I have one. I have one right here, maybe... And we will go through it when we send Kendra off to her room. Yeah, I don't have it right here. But we will send Kendra off to get her supplies, and I will show you what a matchbook card is. This is super easy and very, very fun. 3 pastels. Where did you go? Are you going to be able to use your paper patterns that you...
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
What are you guys thinking? Paper for pastels. Are we thinking pastels are just a light tint of a color, like the pinks and light blues and light greens?
You can use multiple shades.
You can make them darker and lighter. They're not going to just, if you get stuck and you want to have a little darker pink with a lighter pink, that's still fine. That would count as one color. So it's really, we're not really mean about it, but we do like to stay within the parameters. But pastels are just the tint or the lighter shades like that are found right here on the color wheel, the second one down. Pastels are hard for you, Teresa? Oh, Travis Boone says it's easy money parameters tonight. Easy money, easy money.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will.
He was good. I think you've been sending wheel vibes out. Quilts, what are you thinking?
I have a quilt die.
Perfect. A quilt die would be good. How else could you possibly see a quilt? Like, I know one time we had Christine Bertram. She had a picture of a stamp with somebody with a blanket on. That could actually be kind of quilty. And just little squares that are cut in with that diagonal line could become a quilt. You could do a quilt pattern along the bottom of a card. It doesn't have to be literally a blanket. It can be hex quilt patterns on Pennsylvania Dutch barns, for instance. You could do something along those lines. Yeah, Christina, there you go. You can do your retiform. Paper piecing will be perfect for this. A quilt embossing folder. All those things are all great ideas.
Quilt can be just the paper.
It can just be like a paper pattern that looks quilty. Quilting is also a technique of sewing. So if you had sewing on like a quilt, a running stitch or something like that, that could be a quilting kind of parameter. I'm trying to see what else. You're clueless what to do, Camille. It's something I think you'll get it though. Sometimes we just have to sit on it a little bit. You don't like the matchbook cards, Miss Shax? Well, you'll be all right. A picnic quilt is cute. That's a cute idea. A quilt with critters peeking over it. That's a great idea, Brenda. That's a good one for Ashley Young. She's always got her critters. I think this will be really a great way to end the February cards. Diagonal lines. I think of diagonal lines with quilts a lot. So that one's going to be pretty easy to do. You can either put it in the card with a diagonal line with, if you had a paper and you had a diagonal line of just the pattern paper and then the drop down or whatever. But actually sewing fabric onto a card could happen. Roxanne, I think that it really could happen. It hasn't ever happened too much here on our show, but it would definitely work. I think it'd be cool. So you're comfortable? I'm so happy.
I am.
Do I need to go get coffee? Are you going to be okay? Okay. All right. This is what I have lived for this moment, Kendra. I think we're going to have a good night. We're going to come up with something cute. So, bravo us.
It looks like I'm going to be doing lots of die cutting. Do I need to do that off camera or while?
Do you have a Gemini or are you noisy?
No. I do have a Gemini, but I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use my Platinum.
You just go ahead and get started, and then we have a little bit of home housekeeping to do while you're getting set up and everything.
I'm gonna get all my stuff. All right.
Yeah, you go ahead and have a moment and get all your goodies. You're right there in your studio, so that helps. You won't have to, if you do forget something, you'll be handy. But yep, you go ahead and get started and get your ideas well in your head, and we'll meet you up whenever you're ready. You can tell Mr. Producer when you're ready, and he'll bring you back.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Hey, I'm really glad about these. I really had hoped we'd get quilts sometime or other before we ended the season. It may not be real good for you guys in Australia, but a light quilt, just a light pastel quilt. For a baby quilt, it could be a baby quilt. Oh my goodness, you could do all sorts of things with like words that are quilted. All sorts of things. Okay. There is our address. It was a very, very full box this week. It's Mary Gun Fun, P.O. Box 480, 566, Kansas City, Missouri, 64148. I cannot show you all these cards tonight. I will show you, though. This is what I got this week, and there's no way we can do this and have a show. So, like I said earlier, if you missed that part, is I will be doing a video on all my birthday cards, which were so many and so wonderful, and over on Fun University's YouTube channel. Sometime next week, and I'll just give you a holler and a hoot to let you know when it happens. Tell me in the chat if you want it live or recorded. I'm not good at recording things, so if you want it live, we could do it live, and we'll figure out a time. So. Okay, so I showed you all the stuff that Ellen, or a lot of the stuff that Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis sent me to share with y'all. But look at this card she sent. It's on a wobble, and it's got she's the queen of detail. She's got like the liquid glass or the dimensional elements or whatever that stuff is on all these little things that are like glass, and then I'm not even sure what's under here. But look at this, is just hilarious. That is just a happy card, isn't it? And then a sweet little note inside. Let's get crazy, Bob Ross. And then she also sent this little giz for, look at that. It's like, I thought I was going to be getting a fancy thing, and I did. It is a heavy pin, and it is a, you can hold that up to the I can I? It is a color wheel. You can get really complete with monochromatic, complementary colors with the little spaces in there. I have no idea where you came up with this thing, but that is just so cool. It is big too. It's like 1.5 inches across. Anyway, thank you so much. What a birthday. What a birthday. But Oh, yes, and because Ellen is such a good shopper. And aren't you, Ellen? Oh, where'd they go? Oh, they're right here. And I had a handful of Copics, and now I have... Are you ready? I tell you, this is lovely, isn't it? Now I have a tub full of Copics. It doesn't have any filler in it either. It's all Copics. And she had upgraded to the sketch, and certainly didn't bother me to have these. So yes, I'm ecstatic about that. That was just over the top. So thank you. There's more, but that's it for tonight. I am going to just go ahead and wait, but look at these. You're going to love every one of these. So they're so special. I even got a robot. Kim Galvin. So, who? Kim Galvin. I haven't seen her in the messages forever.
Watching Fun University with 2 people.
That is wonderful. Yes, Kim Galvin in the Chatterbox was watching Fun University in the early days when there were only a couple people. So, welcome, Kim. This was a little thing I got from my friend Aline, who never watches the show, and I showed her some of your robot cards, and she was like, oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, look at this. Look at that. And I was going, you should look at these things. You love cards. And so anyway, she made me this, and it was filled with lint truffles. I had never had a lint truffle. I now have another love. They are so good. They're like melt in your mouth, good chocolate. And I will do one more little thing here, or maybe 2. These are the cards I'm going to be showing on the Zoom call tomorrow, how to make these. They are already in your patron blog on how I put those together. We also, I don't know if you all saw, this was one of the cards that we made using the digi stamps from our friends at 3 Room Studio. You can put that one there. And I did the digi stamp, and it was great big, and it turned out really fun that way. There's some other ones. I don't know where they are. But these were some of the cards we did last week on Fun University. So join us every week if you can. I know there's so much out there and there's only so much time. Let's look at how to make a matchbook card. Okay, you know me with the bendy part. You go with the bend, right? We're going to cut down like 4.25 inches. Remember, this isn't a teaching show. This is just a fun show. And so that's why we have Fun University. So we have a teaching component. Get my little stylus. I lost my other stylus. I didn't like it anyway, but I didn't want to lose it. So I made this 4.25. So I'm going to score this at about 3 3/4. That's a guess. And then I'm going to fold or score. I folded it over, right? So this piece is 3 3/4. And then I'm going to go over here to 4 1/4. And I'm going to fold it up. Now, I don't want this great big piece, so I'm going to cut it down. I think I'll probably have it about 1 inch. And of course, there are specific measurements that I will not indulge in. This piece folds up. This piece folds down into it. There needs to be a little bit of a space. It's hard to see, but maybe you can, right? There has to be a little bit of a gap there so that you can close this part up and still have this part release. And so a matchbook, in the old days of Perry Mason, when they used to smoke all the time, every restaurant and hotel and everywhere else had matchbooks with their logo on it. And so they were much smaller than this, but they are pretty much a thing of the past. But that's a matchbook, and it's a card. You can do all sorts of things with it, but we're going to make it pretty simple tonight because we're going to end up with some pastels and making something to do with a quilt and some diagonal lines. So let's see what we can come up with. Patty leaving? Okay, well, you go have a good time. 3 pastel colors. Well, we're going to go with the first 3 I found. I'm just going to use some different paper. There's a cardstock and a pattern paper and another pattern paper. So those are going to be my 3 colors. That's pretty. 3 pastels, and they're all nice and light. I think I'll do a little bit of a focal point on the front. Now with the quilt, Miss Mary, let me think just a second. Do I want to have, what else? I don't think I want robots. Anybody glad about that? Robots and quilts just do not kind of go together. Isn't that a good thing that we didn't get robots and quilts together? I want to find something kind of folksy for a quilt. A little birdhouse might be kind of folksy with a quilt, but birdhouses are up in the sky. Birdhouses are up in the sky and quilts are down on the floor. But we'll make it work. I don't have any blue. So I may have to trade. Yeah, we'll have to. I was thinking like just a little quilt pattern down here. How big? That was like an inch, right? Yeah, almost an inch. So I can make it just a little bit smaller. I really gave that a fling. I didn't cut very well, did I? It's really crooked. Robots, be gone! We just heard from Kendra. She's trying to hurry.
She's doing all of her.
But she is doing all her noisy stuff, so then we can just talk. Oh no, she's having trouble. Oh, there's some blue on the other side. Maybe I'll just use that. Blue, pink. There's my diagonal. I wanted to get this cut, you see. That's how I'm going to get my diagonal line. The what?
Your birdhouse.
Oh my gosh, you're right. The birdhouse does have a diagonal line. They're everywhere. There's an okay lesson in Craft Roulette or a Fun University on diagonal lines. And how important they are to design. These may not fit together. Oh, you were promoting robots? Shucks. I don't know what to do with you. You're out of control. You could paper piece a robot with quilt squares. I see what you're talking about. I'm not sure that's you talking, though. I think somebody's hacked your account. That just doesn't sound like you. Okay, so if I do something like this and then some of this green. Ooh, look at that. That is not pastel at all. That was kind of a surprise. Matchbook cards are my new robots. You're so silly. Aunt Shax is going, oh, it's woe with me, it's bad. The world, the sky is falling, and then you'll come up with something absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to make that one a little bigger. Because I can't count. I can't measure worth a hoot. So then if I just have that as the base, and then I can kind of get my little design going. Leave a square open. I think I will have some time. I think I'll have enough time to do a little inking too. So something along those lines, maybe a little tuck right there. I think that'll be okay. Okay, we'll start with that. I think we're bringing her back. All right, Kendra's on the left, I'm on the right. So, Matchbook card, you said you just made one, so you're real up to date with that. That's really nice.
Yes, what else so that's what I need to do first.
What else have you grabbed?
I grabbed some paper, pattern paper, because I love it. And I went ahead and cut out my quilts.
Oh, look at those. You were busy.
With this quilt die. I'm so glad I bought this.
It's just perfect for tonight.
These are my 3 colors, and then this is what I was having trouble with. So I may not be able to get all these pieces out because it would not cut through no matter what I tried.
That is no good. I'm sorry about that. That's frustrating.
Gonna have to use something else because it did not cut all the way through.
Bummer.
Let me make sure that's the right shade. That'll work.
You're good. And then how are you going to, you've got just the quilt die. Are you going to do anything else with that or?
I'm going
that
to
gonna
put it
be
on the top part of the matchbook, and then I'm going to have a diagonal striped the back side, same in the same paper pad along the bottom.
Oh, that's a
Where is
cute
it?
paper pad. Let me have to adjust this. That's
Didn't
not
really get
working.
that far. I was working on my quilt part. But it has a
There's
diagonal
only so much
stripe.
you can do.
So I was going to put that on the bottom flap and then put the sentiment on the bottom flap.
Oh, it's going to be cute. Kendra worked on a couple samples. She did some. How did you get your parameters? Did you do like a random number generator or what?
I did the comment picker wheel generator, and it was not nice to me.
Did you end up vetoing some?
Yeah. I vetoed the pastels and faux leather.
Woo! Well, at least you didn't
Together,
get faux
anyway.
leather. Yeah. You were saved a little bit. Okay. All right. This is going to be a card that would never have been made otherwise. It's one of those, which is never bad. I mean, it's a good thing. Would you have put these parameters together on your own?
No,
Nope.
I would not.
Mm-mm.
Maybe the pastels and the quilt.
Yeah. You know, those are all, I think those look so cute together. Because you can do.
I don't remember what I did.
Oh, there's the green one.
I just made this card.
Did you see what I did? I don't know how you did it. Would you like me to show you what we came up with?
Well,
here?
I actually watched Biddy Penny's video, and I used one
good.
of her little tricks. So
she's got full sleeves.
Remember what I did?
Because she's got all sorts of stuff up her sleeves.
It was 1.5. There it is.
Oops. I better move that over just a little scenario bit. There, just a little bit. You have that paper pad thinking garden spot? It looks like a real good one. Very springy.
Garden spot? Like this one's Pastel Dreams.
You're going to give some thought to this one, Brenda. I know, but you've got time. You've got till Sunday night, so.
This is not straight.
Mine wasn't either.
I have to do that again.
Can I ask you some questions? Are you set? Are you comfortable enough that I can ask you some questions?
Can you wait till I'm done cutting?
Yes, I can. That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
Once I'm in the making thing, I'll be good. But when I cut and try to talk, I tend to mess up.
Well,
I do have one more.
I'll just talk for both of us.
I need to do one more die cut real quick. So
no problem.
Try not to be too loud over here.
Oh, I guess I should do this one too. So does anybody have like heirloom quilts? Or like Judy G is a quilter. So does your quilting carry over to your paper crafting? Are you excited about this one? Not crying in the corner. Because we don't want that.
What is happening?
You're talking about the cold? Oh, no.
It's not liking my thick paper.
Oh. Can you take an X-Acto knife or a craft knife and
try this
That's
one more
a lot
time?
of work. Yeah. Oh, well, it can't be too easy. Your stress that you had all week needs to be for a reason. Here's your reason.
I need to boil my platinum plates.
Oh, are they kind of warpy?
Yes, I think that's my problem.
Do you ever use a shim with something like that then?
Well, I haven't had this thing too long, and it just started warping on me.
Well, it can just quit. It's misbehaving, or the wheel is acting okay.
I think that one cut through. If it didn't, I'll have to use an X-Acto knife, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sherry's got... You have one that your grandfather's aunt made. Wow, that's a way back. In the early 20s.
All right.
I love them. But I can't. I can't cut paper straight, so there's no chance that I can do a quilt. I tried once, and it was a dismal. It was terrible. But my daughter slept with it for years, and it fell apart, and it looked better that way. So, but she liked it.
You're going to be
It
done
was
with
very
your
soft.
card?
No, nah.
I'm sorry.
I can always... No, you're fine. All is well. Yep, I don't know what I'm going to do up here yet. So I'm just doing the basics down here, and then I'm not sure. I may change my mind on the bird feeder or bird feeder. I was supposed to fill my bird feeder today. I feel guilty. They would land on there and I'd say, sorry guys, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. It's cold and I don't want to go out. I'm a lousy friend.
Well, this X-Acto knife is needing to be replaced, the blade.
Oh, isn't a sharp knife is just a wonderful thing. I worked with an X-Acto knife with the dullest blade for years, because it isn't something I think about. I'll go get one. Let me go get an X-Acto blade. So I got a whole bunch of them when I got them, but they do last quite a while. Oh,
Okay.
well, this may change your card a little bit. Yeah.
Change of plans.
Well, that's kind of how we do.
It's not going to have an outer edge.
Perfect. Why not? There we go. Oh, your mom made a tied quilt out of the fabric from clothes you used to wear. That is precious. I have some ancient ones that are just like quilt tops in my closet. I don't know what to do with them. I'm sure they're pretty fragile at this point. And then I have a couple that were my mother's doll quilts when she was little, and they were made out of flour sacks. So that was kind of... Is that glue? I don't want that. So that they were kind of ancient. Okay, so do I want to do the bird houses? It's kind of short for bird houses. I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm going to go back to I'll leave it out in case I don't find something else.
So this to me was the easiest way to do a matchbook card. Just taking this little flap here, gluing it to the inside.
Aha, like a little hinge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, your mom made 9 grandchildren's t-shirt quilts. I have seen those. Those are pretty cool. Our t-shirts usually end up being pretty holy and stained because I'm not that good at home ec. So I have this little, I'm thinking this might be kind of cute. Consider this a hug from your bestie. But what do I want to put around the edges then? I got I got to get my glue eraser, which I sent to Steven. So he has it. Okay, he's going to go get it. Because I've got kind of a gluey mess. Because he was using glue and it was squishing on his project. So, let's see. Maybe is everybody visualizing? I can make a little frame. That's what I could do. A little frame around talking to your best friend is sometimes all the therapy you need. And I saw some friends this week, and it is true. It is so nice. It's still kind of new to have friends again. I'm not. It was pretty odd, but I liked it. And it was good medicine. I liked it very much. Thank you, sir. There we go. You are working hard.
I'm having trouble with my paper, too. Not being cut in the middle.
It's always something. You're not using bad words. I'm pretty proud of you. You haven't. I don't see any teardrops falling on the quilt square. I think you're doing okay. Sunday teas.
We'll never get these back in the right spot. That's why I pulled out the Glad press and seal.
Oh, that was a great idea.
But I need a frame.
I think I'm going with a frame.
It is tearing on me.
But of course it is. It's giving you heck. It's going to be so pretty. Nobody's watching you. Don't worry. Oh, the awkward dance contest. Well, Lisa, let me tell you, my family thought that was like the worst idea I'd ever had. It was right up there with, what were some? Oh, another really bad idea I had that they thought was really bad when they were young. Honestly, they wouldn't do it with me. So I awkwardly danced by myself. And I had a good time. And it doesn't take me, like I told him, it doesn't take me long to get out of breath. And
Because you wanted to take our pictures while you...
Well, of course I wanted to take your pictures while you did it. I'm a scrapbooker, Mr. Producer.
It was just content farming.
I was content farming, but I was also, but just for our scrapbooks, I wasn't going to put you on social media.
Club Fun.
Well, maybe Club Fun, yeah. But that's understandable, for the love of Pete. But they wouldn't do it. So I did it. And nobody took my picture while I was awkward dancing. But I think they did agree that I was quite an awkward dancer. Another time that they thought I had a really bad idea. They weren't very old. And I had read a book, Making Memories, because I'm a memory hound from way back, by Shirley Dobson and Gloria Gaither. And they said to act like you're make your kid's favorite meal, act like you're having special people over for dinner, and have them clean up, dress up, ring the doorbell, and then tell them that they are your special guest. Well, so we were sitting, I did the dining room table, made a nice meal. They were all waiting in their rooms because there were 4 of them. I think they were probably like 8, 6, 4, and fairly young. And like 2. And so they were all waiting in their rooms. They hear the doorbell ring. So they come running out because that was their clue to come out and see who it was that was our special guest. And we said, you are our special guest. We love you so much. And so we all went to the dining room table and sat down. And one by one, they got up crying. And
I didn't cry.
You didn't. Mr. Producer didn't cry. I think Russ, your brother, just stomped off. Yeah. He just was so mad. And he just went stomping off, and then you probably stomped off.
No,
and
I ate the food.
You didn't? No, everybody left. No. He seems to remember eating, but I remember everybody leaving because I remember sitting there at the table and looking at Doug going, well, this will be funny someday. And then the girls just went off crying. They didn't know what was going on, so they just ran off crying to their rooms. I was a really big failure. And quite a fabulously bad failure, but it was funny now, and we knew it would be funny someday. I did write to Gloria Gaither and tell her. I don't know. I think they may not have let her see the letter. Kind of protected her.
Turns out lying to your kids is a bad idea.
Yes, Mr. Producer is saying, turns out lying to your kids is a bad idea. So there you go. That's looking good, Miss Kendra. Looking real good.
Just got to glue it down. Once I figure it out.
Well, I better pay attention, do what I'm supposed to do. Okay, can I give you some questions now?
Sure.
Okay, one is, here on Craft Roulette, we have a new guest crafter tradition. Which color team, our political factions, do you tend to like more? Do you like orange or purple more?
Well, I love coral, and that's kind of in the orange family.
Yes.
So, team orange.
She is team orange. We did a poll today on our Facebook group, which you are all invited to be a part of, by the way. And they thought like 23-7 when I last counted. You were team purple.
I do use a lot of purple in my cards. It really
That's
just
probably
depends.
what threw them off. They study. And I think it was Leslie Herman that said, I'm team orange, so I always say that you're team orange. Everybody else is team orange. But, well, welcome. I've got my team orange t-shirt on tonight.
But
I know what you mean. Yeah, the coral. Coral is very
to get a
pretty.
black shirt.
Some of those shirts are not available. It's been I've been wanting to get the purple. I want a purple sweatshirt, and it hasn't been available. So do you guys want some new merch for our anniversary show? Maybe 1 or 2 things.
All right.
I think it'd be fun.
Start gluing. I'm concentrating. Sorry.
You're good. You're gonna make something cute.
Get out of there. I love that the other side of this was blue.
Oh, so you could just flip it?
Yeah. I don't have to cut another one.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't have to. So you boil the plates? Is that what you do?
Well, you boil water, and then you put the plates in the hot water, and it's supposed to... Now, I haven't done that before, but I've read about it.
In theory.
Yes.
I got green on there. In theory, it will work. Well, we may put that little green strip over here because that's where the green ink ended up.
Okay, this press and seal is getting on my nerves. It's sticking to everything. Okay. I'm moving it.
That is a kind of a cool trick, though. I remember when I first saw it. The press and seal trick was pretty smart. It was a Jennifer trick when I saw it.
Yeah, I think that's where I got. Look what I just did.
One of her great ideas.
No,
Really great.
I tore it.
Okay, so hot water trick is magic, Lisa Taylor says.
Well, that's what I'm
Brenda
doing.
says she had one of her kids believe me when she told her that the toilet paper trees were blooming. Now that's a good one. It's not like we're being mean to say these things. I don't think it's a mean thing. It's just my kids are now in therapy for my antics.
I heard you talking about dancing earlier.
Dancing.
I love to dance.
Do you?
Yes, I used to be a Zumba instructor.
Dancer? Oh,
well, that's
okay.
not going to fit. I got injured. Had to stop.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, maybe you'll grow out of it and be able to do it again. That would be nice. Do I want two? That looks dumb. I'm not two. This is off balance. We're good.
Hey, there's my diagonal stripes right there.
Diagonal stripes are not hard. That should be like
I just didn't realize it was on
it, I think.
Didn't realize it was on the back side of this thing.
Oh, you have diagonal lines going all over the place.
Yeah.
You have that well covered. Yeah.
Just tore my plan. I guess it doesn't matter what's in these corners.
I like how it fills out the whole front.
Yeah, this actually, a matchbook style card with this die is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a nice size for it. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
If you have to stop for a second, it's okay. But Sherry Pemberton says, this is a good one for all of us. How do you stay motivated to craft?
Buying new things.
Yep, I've heard that one. Yeah, buying new things can be very motivational. So how often do you buy new things, or is your husband watching?
I don't think he's watching, so it's safe to say pretty often.
Shh.
Yeah, if he is watching, he knows he gets the credit card bills.
Oh, there you go. It's hard to hide some things. Yeah. Well, that's nice. Do you keep things around then for a long time, or do you?
It depends. I have about 3 storage boxes full of stuff that I need to destash.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't yet.
Yeah. Well, that takes some effort too. It doesn't. Weeding out and all that is pretty time consuming. Sometimes, okay, so when you're going through your things and you're getting rid of things, do you sometimes go, oh, wait, I could use that for, and then use it for something completely new? Or are you just done with it when you're done with it? Had it.
I'm pretty much, the sad thing is I'll use a stamp set one time and then never use it again.
Oh, wow.
I have an addiction to buying craft supplies. I probably buy more things than I actually make.
Well, that's pretty easy to do.
I lost my little
it's cute,
polka dot.
Cute stuff. Have you used this die before?
No, I have not. It's my first time.
Oh.
And I didn't know that it's my plate. I know it's got to be my plate. Yeah. I'm not going to blame the die.
Yeah.
All right. Now I just got to glue it. See, I told you I was slow. I'm so sorry. You're all done, aren't you?
No, No, I'm just puttering along. We're just good. Melissa Miller asks, "What inspired you to start your card challenge? And do you create the challenge sketches yourself?" That's a good question too.
Okay. Well, what started it was I guess I kind of need to explain how I got into card making because my mom
Mhm.
was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator
Mhm.
about 15, 16 years ago, and she invited me to an event. I guess that's what they're called. And we had different stations, and there were a bunch of card kits made up, and I just thought it was the coolest thing, but it was mostly pattern paper. And so that's kind of what I fell in love with, and that's what I started doing. And I started making card kits for her. And
Oh,
then I
okay.
realized I was wasting a bunch of paper.
Wow.
And so I really didn't start doing the sketches and the challenge until, like I said, last year.
Mhm.
But I had made card kits. Really, I've only been crafting or card making like all the time for the past 7 years. Because before that, when I had my business, I didn't really have much time to do it.
Right.
So it was more of a hobby before. But um, as far as the card challenges go, the sketches, I get inspiration from things I see on Pinterest.
Mhm.
Or if I'm cutting a paper and I have pieces left over, I'll see what I can do with it.
Mm.
And and then if I like it, then I'll draw it out. It's usually I do it backwards. I'll make a card and then do the sketch.
Well, when I asked you why you wanted to do Craft Roulette, you said you like a challenge.
Mhm.
And so I'm seeing that right in your answer very easily to understand that I see a
It's
consistent pattern here.
it's a
So
big puzzle. It's a big puzzle is what it is.
right, right. It is a big
And
puzzle.
believe it or not, I do it in the car. I make the
No.
Yep. I'm usually
How?
when I'll take my clipboard with my T ruler and my paper and cut up the pieces and yeah, every challenge that I've developed so far has been done in the car.
That's that's amazing. Apparently not when you're driving.
No, 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 no. It's passenger for sure.
Okay, okay.
Did I
Is it
glue that
on
piece down?
road trips? How do you do that?
Road trips. Yes, road trips.
Okay, all right. So you have to take a road trip every quarter.
Pretty much. Yeah, my
Yeah.
oldest daughter lives about an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we usually do it on the way there and on the way back. And
Wow,
then
but
some then some.
you must have smooth roads in Florida. I can't imagine.
Um,
It's like,
well, there's no
oh, there's
mountains.
a pothole, pothole. Ugh. I don't think I like that idea, what I just did, but I'm a little off balance here. It's a little bothering me here a little bit, but
Okay.
I don't think I
Having
can get
trouble
this
getting
off
these
at this
pieces
point.
up. This
Nope,
has got
I'm going to rip.
go.
I'm going to rip. Maybe, I'm not quite. Well, this is not quite my thing here. It's a little off. It's so off balance. I wonder. It is stuck down. Why no? I always stick things down too fast. That's why. Because I made a mistake. Yes. I'm thinking maybe just it's so green. It's just so darn green. I'm wondering if a little pink line might be better because I have these and they're kind of pinky. So maybe that would just be enough of an offset. Gotta know how to fix things. Sometimes it doesn't always work. Well, I'm quite impressed that you can do that in the car. I'm going to ask you another question because I'm not kidding. We have some wonderful, wonderful questions. Melissa, that was a good one. Cordelia Alderman, which I believe you knew
Yes.
from the challenge, asks, how do you balance your time between your full-time teaching job, family, and crafting? No kidding. That's
Um,
you've got a lot of plates in the air spinning along as a grandmother and um,
did I not glue that down? Um,
a
I
full-time
don't
teacher.
don't really know, honestly. Well, I decided a couple years ago not to bring my teaching work home if I can help it.
Okay. All right.
Um, so I typically on the weekends I'll craft, but during the week it's kind of hit or miss depending on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to balance it all.
Yeah. Days go so fast sometimes. It's just really I'm always surprised at how little I see. I feel like I get very little done. I don't think it's true, but I feel like it is sometimes.
I feel like there's more pieces that are not glued down than are. This is such a slow, tedious process. I keep finding pieces that aren't glued down that I thought I glued down already.
Do you do a lot of paper inset type stuff?
Um,
I don't.
Not really.
Yeah.
I do love die cutting. That's one of my favorite. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
die cutting and paper, I guess, kind of go
Right.
together. But
Right.
I'm sad that I'm not going to have a frame for this, but hopefully it'll still look.
It's going to look better than my off balance thing. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. I think I will like it better without this green blob. Grandma Gay asked the thoughtful question of the day. She always does. She asks, which brings more delight? Creating sketches and challenges or a quiet session of card making? I know, that's so thoughtful. There we go. That looks
Gosh,
a
I
little
don't
better.
know. I don't know how to answer that. I think probably the sketches, just because
Really?
it's such a massive undertaking, and then when I finally finish it, it feels good,
Just feels good. Mm-hmm.
if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yeah, it does. You know you've accomplished it and you're done, and it's sometimes on cards you don't it's kind of like when you know it's done, it's in the mail. That's the only time you know. And like this one will haunt me for 24 hours. I got a hunch, but it'll be okay. I got some ink on there. We will live. We will live. But so is your mom still living and
Yes.
such? Does she still craft with you?
No, she's a teacher also, and she doesn't have time.
Darn it. Yeah.
Okay, I glued my polka dot. You know what? Does the polka dot frame look okay? Because it's stuck. I guess I got some glue
You
underneath
and
it somehow.
we both got a little sticky crazy, but I think it looks fine. It's just
I
not
don't
what
know
you
that
were expecting.
Well, I've got tape
I think
here
it looks
somewhere.
fine. That thing it gave you fits. I don't like these. I thought these were flatter when I bought them. They're two-dimensional for me. I just can't stand them.
I
I can't
managed
stand
to
them.
glue it down.
Oh my! Oh my! This is scaring me to pieces.
Oh,
I'm holding my
I'm gluing it.
breath.
I'm gluing it down. It's gonna have pink polka dots.
Yeah. I think the pink polka dots all fit. I don't think that's did you want more contrast or?
Yeah, I was just going for a solid piece,
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not sure that this turned out just exactly right either, but not bad, not bad.
I wanted the glitter, the pastel. This is what I wanted to be the.
Oh, I see. How about the base? Could you do
It
that
wouldn't
as the
cut
base?
through. See?
Yes, laid. Oh no, it wouldn't do it.
It's like,
Yeah, that is.
yeah.
That one was too much for a bent plate.
Just need to glue down these pieces.
You're good. You're doing fine. Well, this is a kind of a loaded question since you're on Craft Roulette. Hopefully, this isn't one of them. But the question is from Andy Zach. Any crafty regrets in your time card making? And I hope you don't say being on Craft Roulette.
Oh, no. This is fun.
Oh, okay, good.
Now, if the wheel had not cooperated, I might not say the same thing. Just kidding. Crafty regrets.
Crafty regrets.
Oh, gosh. I don't know that I have any, other than maybe, see, that piece wasn't glued down. Buying too many supplies.
Well,
Sometimes I go crazy because it's on sale, and then I'm like, what have I done? I didn't need the full set of inks. I already had other inks,
my, yeah.
Okay. It's
So
I
your
think they're all
crafty
glued
regret
down.
is too much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping others can relate to that.
Yes, I know that many can.
I'm sorry, I'm totally ignoring the chat, you guys.
I'm trying to see what they're saying. Let me take a peek here. Margaret liked the pink polka dots. They're saying keep it. Frame is nice. They love it. They like it. They want some more of it. Brenda Gentry says she feels like she's copying Kendra, but she wants to use the quilt die too. You won't be copying. You'll do something else with the same things. And Grandma Gay said she liked your answer. It was a great answer. So that was nice. It was nice. I'm not going to put these little, I don't think I'm going to put these little knots on here, but if you wanted a quilt look, that would be a way to do it. Just do little knots.
How cute.
I'm not going to stick them down, but if this was a baby card, that would be really a cute little trick. Lynn Sanders' husband says they don't have a home, they have a scrapbook store.
That's what I
And
have.
she also, her crafty regret is that she didn't start card making sooner.
Now that's a good one. Got all these pieces everywhere.
Oh, I know. It happens, doesn't it? And then Andy Zach has one more question, and it is, what one piece of advice do you have for card making newbies?
You don't have to have all the things.
Yep.
You can make
That
cards
is-
with just about anything.
You really can. There's so much you can do, and it's just wonderful. You can make them out of so many different things. And especially with all the junk journaling and mixed media kind of stuff, you can do so much. You don't have to be locked in. You can try lots of different things. And then with all the YouTube channels and everything, you can try so many different things and it's a challenge to figure out with the smaller supplies that you have as a newbie, to figure out how to use those things in different ways. It's a great stretch of your creativity. And can really set you off on an exciting adventure. Look at that. That looks good. You had some staples in there?
Yep, I used, they were decorative in case it went, but the bronze color does not go well with this.
Oh, I forgot the inside.
See, the little flap gets covered up. so you don't even
Right.
see it. So yeah, I don't even need to do anything to the inside.
I think I don't know. I'll add something. I've got some scraps.
Oh well.
I have some scraps here. I'll use those and be done with it.
All right, I need to put a sentiment on here. I think I'm just going to
And
use a sentiment
this one has
strip.
a second part of the sentiment too, so I guess I could do that. Consider this a hug from your bestie. Where'd that cotton picking? There it is. Well, those are I've enjoyed listening to your answers. You never know anybody where they came from or what got them started. So you got started with real pretty papers. A lot of people got started with heat embossing. Do you love that or?
I do it, and I think it's the coolest thing ever. But I tend to go back to my easy pattern papers.
You think you would do it if you had more time? Do you think something like that would? Do you think it's a time limitation
Probably.
thing?
Trying to decide what I want to use for my sentiment. I had a stamp set pulled, but I don't think it's going to fit.
They're smaller. How big was your card? Did it end up?
My card size?
Yeah.
It's A2.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, mine's square. Mine ended up being like 4 1/4.
It's just
So
it's
you
a
did
regular
the whole
A2. And I just cut off 1/4 of an inch off the bottom. And then this piece is 1 1/2. And then I scored it at 1/2 inch and then
Because you did a
glued
hinge.
the flap down and then stapled it. So yeah, kept it easy.
So that's two
Thank you,
different
Bitty
ways.
Penny.
Oh, Bitty Penny's here.
She's the one that
she just showed you that.
Yeah, she had a video on it, and I was like, I'm gonna give this a try. So
yes.
I made a card. I'm looking at all the things that match this, trying to decide what I want to do. I think I'm gonna wait on the sentiment if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but I can put some bling on here.
Forget the sentiment. Bring on the bling.
Well, see,
First
I wanted to use hello, but what I pulled is too big for my flap.
Oh, I see.
And I didn't think about that when I grabbed
be
this.
I
can put a sentiment strip on there if I need to completely finish this thing.
You don't need to. No. You can actually wait until this weekend to finish it if you want. We're not hard to get along with, usually.
I've never used this die before.
Oh, those will be pretty with it. Consider this a hug from, and then I'll add some more little hearts as soon as I find them. All right. Cool. Oh, she's adding some. Oh, that's a good idea. Just a little one in the middle. I like it. So here we go. This is mine up close and personal. Whoopsie.
If I can get that centered.
Talking to your best friend is sometimes all the therapy you need. Doink, doink, doink. And I covered up my green strip. I'm much happier. It was just a little too much. I'm green. I'm on the card. And you're going to look at me, okay? And I didn't want that. And there's my little, this is my matchbook card. 3 pastels, blue salmon and green. Quilt right here has that quiltish look. And some diagonal lines in the quilt. And it opens up, and there's the sentiment inside. Consider this a hug from your bestie. And that is a super, super old stamp set. So let's see yours up close and personal too, Miss Kendra. You faced the dragon, and you got it done.
I did. I like how this turned out. The only thing is I realized I glued that sideways, but it's a quilt, right?
Yes,
so I did
it's
3
the crazy
colors.
Quilt.
Blue. What color is this? What would you call
Sunflower.
that? Yeah,
mustard.
Sunflower.
Yellow, orange.
It's kind of a
gold.
It's a light orange.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the
orange.
pink. Those are my 3 colors with the quilt and the diagonal stripes and the matchbook.
Turned out
I'm going to
great.
probably add some things in the center too. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'll put the sentiment on the inside because I like it how it is.
I think a sentiment might be kind of distracting, and that's such a pretty quilt pattern, which is so fun that you got that.
I am so thankful I bought that.
It worked out great. Bravo.
This was
You did it, Kendra.
fun.
All that worry. That's great. We're going to go ahead and let you relax for a minute. We're going to do some giveaways and things like that and tell everybody how to submit cards. And then we'll bring you on at the end to say goodbye, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, I can see her face, and she does look much more relaxed. Yeah, you guys can play along. The party doesn't have to end right here. We want to see your interpretation of a matchbook card, 3 pastels, quilts, and diagonal lines. And you have you have about 48 hours. You have till midnight on Sunday to submit a card to craftroulette.live. There's a drop-down form and a submission form that you just fill out, upload your picture, and it'll come to me, and I will add it to the blog for Monday, and you will see it next week on the show Friday. So do it. And then also, if you want to share it in our Facebook group early, we love to comment and get inspired by all your things early too. So we do have some wonderful guests coming up. I think so. We have 3 that I do not know. That's always exciting. And we have Caitlin Anthony next week. I think she's going to be fun. She has a couple little kids, and I think she's on the East Coast. So she's kind of got a different way of thinking about crafting because she's young and I'm old. So it's fun to meet the young people. We've got Jama Malmy coming back for our 2nd anniversary. Really excited to see her. I haven't spent any time with her in a long time. So she was our first guest on Craft Roulette, and so it's fun to have her come back. Charlene Madrid will be joining us after that, and then Sabrina Level, I think. Level, I'm not sure how to say it. Look at all those fresh card-making faces. What a delight. We do want to thank our patrons and remind you that you can still join as a patron tonight and be on the call tomorrow. Plus, you can see Mr. Producer's card-making video. You guys do make it happen. We do try to give you as much fun bonus content as we can possibly give you without making you crazy with too much. And just thank you so much for being a part of our lives and supporting the shows so that everybody can enjoy it all over the world. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow on the call. Yeah, Caitlin's here tonight. Yay. Oh, there's the confetti. You know what that means. I need to get my notes out for who is getting what. Because it's giveaway time. The only way you can get any of the prizes here on Craft Roulette is to send in a card the week before. And then your name goes up on this fabulous, fabulous wheel. I don't know. I don't know that it really has a name. The cardboard or something. The giveaway wheel. Something very basic like that. The giveaway wheel. Anyway, your name will be up there. We have some international gifts tonight, so that's cool. I'm really excited about that. Actually, we have one giveaway that's an international, and that is from TLC Stamps. We thank you, Tammy Louise Cutliff. I don't know her last name. I'm sorry, but I know it's Tammy Louise, and thank you so much for giving us a $20 gift card. Kendra does design work for them, and she asked, and by golly, they said yes. So we will give that away now. No, because I have to mail it. Yeah. Right now, we are giving away a $20 gift card for TLC, which is international. So, Mr. Wheel, give us one of our international friends. We don't get to give them very many things. TLC Designs is what I'm hearing. Not stamps. That does not look very international. Montana. Mary Neighbor. She'll love it. She's been with the show forever. She was with us watching the shows before they were the shows. So well done, Miss Mary Neighbor. Make sure you contact me before midnight on Sunday and let me know you're interested in that gift certificate. Please. This time, it's going to only just be locally in the United States, and it is going to be Crafty Al's first stamp stencil SVG and class bundle from Not Too Shabby. And if you have already pre-ordered it, go ahead and pre-order it if you haven't pre-ordered it. But if you have already pre-ordered it from Not Too Shabby, Jamie will give you a gift certificate instead. So, here we go. We are so proud. Look at all those names. Isn't that fabulous? 130. Probably 129 because Crafty Owl wouldn't be on there. Oh, Lou Ann Johnson. She is one of our quickest. She probably has her card in already. She sends in a card almost every single week, and we will be thrilled to send that to you. I think she will love that so much. Luann, make sure you contact me. You can use the contact form on craftroulette.live and let me know that you want that and send me your address, okay? All right. Let's give away a goodie bag, too, since we have so many goodies. Please. This has to be local, too, just the United States, please. But we'll try to get it out to you. That's where most of the pins are. I'm seeing locals. Larissa, very nice. Larissa, let me know that you are interested in getting a goodie bag and send me your address and I'll get that out to you as soon as I can. Oh, there you go. Luann's in there going woohoo. She's already got her card in. So I knew it. I knew it. They're not bad cards either. It's not like she just throws them together. She's just super fast. So that's fun. I can always count on. There's a couple people that get them in really fast, and Luann is one of them. So well done. So glad to give away stuff. When we first started, we would give. I don't think we gave anything away at first. We did right off. That's right. It was a handmade card with an itty-bitty prize, and it was very itty-bitty. It would be like a stamp set that I would cut apart and just put a portion in. But we did that for a long time, and then we started getting nice donations, and it's gone crazy ever since. So I think every week we give away $20, $60 worth of goods. It's amazing. We're glad to do it. It makes the game so much more fun for those who win. So anyway, well, Kendra, are you ready to come back on and say goodnight? All right, let's bring her back. There she is. See, doesn't she look more relaxed? Seriously, this poor girl has been so on guard. I mean, she's been so on point just going, now, what does this mean? And what does that mean? And
how many times did I message you?
And I just kept going, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Really, it's going to be fine. And we were, weren't we?
Yes.
And
I'm glad the wheel cooperated.
And if your plates had worked, you would have been done so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's good that it wasn't quite as fast as you would have been after all that. So
I'm still slow, but
Do you want to invite everybody to your challenge? And your information is right up there on the screen. Where do they put that? Is it on your Facebook then? Or how do
you can upload pictures to the Facebook group that's called Kendra's Card Challenges. Or you can use Instagram if you're not on Facebook and use the hashtag Kendra's Card Challenge. 5 is the current one. So you just add the next number for each quarter. Okay. And you can even, if you're only on Pinterest, you can send me a message through there at Cards by Kendra. But to download the PDF with all of the information, it's at cardsbykendra.com under the Challenges tab.
That's a lot of loose things going off in different directions.
I need to streamline it into one place like you have it.
Yeah, that's a lot of admin for somebody that works full time.
Yeah.
I would encourage
I'm going to
that.
change some things up for the next quarter, trust me,
Yeah,
on how
I
you
think,
submit anyway.
well, with a new grandbaby and things like that, I think that makes sense. And you get 15 cards, right, at a time. So
Mhm.
it's not like we get one a week from people and you're getting 15. So that's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I hope you had a good time.
I
We
did. Thank you
appreciated
for
all
having me.
your efforts and giving us your Friday evening when I know you must be tired. So,
I'm going to sleep good tonight.
yeah, all right. I know. Now, you guys that have not come up with your ideas yet, you probably won't sleep as well. They'll wake up in the middle of the night with an idea and go make a card. I know about these people. They do things like that. So, well, Mr. Mike, show off your little shirt one more time. I see Arlene in the group. There you go, Arlene. See it? Doesn't it look nice? Looks great. Fits him just so well. So we really appreciate you sending that. He'll probably wear that for quite a while. Okay, it's that time of night where we kiss our little noggins and get started for the weekend of crafting. That feels so good. One for you, Chatterboxes. One for you, Kendra. And one for the guy on the other side of the table, Mr. Producer. He waves goodnight. Y'all stay safe. I know there's a lot of heaviness going on. Thank you for letting us be a part of your night and bringing you a little bit of fun. Thank you. Stay safe and take care.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.